Alright, let's start. Hello everyone, welcome to my stream. Today I'm gonna implement text rendering. Although my game won't be too much text based, it's still necessary to output some amount of text, so I need to be able to at least get some form of text on the screen. And for that, there's a couple of steps I need to take, like being able to change the projection while the game is running, which I can't currently do. I'm just pressing the projection once, and I can't change it while the render commands are being processed. Basically, I need to be able to switch to an orthogonal projection so I can output text on the screen that isn't relative to where the camera is looking, so it won't be in world space but in screen space. For that, we go over to the graphics header, where I'm defining all the different commands that the render commands buffer can understand, and I'm gonna add a new command which will be set projection. I'm seeing that I already made some preparation for it. I guess I expected to do this at some point. And then we're gonna write the command to actually add this command to the commands buffer, which also means I probably am gonna get rid of these matrices. The view matrix is okay, I think. But definitely getting rid of the projection matrix, since we're gonna make that command based. And the world view projection is gonna get calculated depending on what the current projection is. So we're not gonna passing that in either. Okay. And then we're gonna add a new command here. So we need a command header, which is just tells the render commands buffer that we're gonna allocate one of these next. Let me see, the projection. This should be called projection type, since we already have a type in there. And that should be basically it, just to add the projection command to our render buffer. Now we're gonna use it to set up the projection. So at the beginning we're gonna set up a perspective matrix, and then later on, when it's time to render text, we're gonna set up an orthogonal matrix. I'm just gonna test here whether the commands get added properly. And then in our OpenGL layer, we need to process our new command. Just gonna make sure that whatever is stored inside this command is valid, since there might be some memory corruption in case I did something wrong. Which means I should be storing whatever the current projection type is. Right. So we only need to flush the OpenGL context if we're actually changing the projection. Since changing the projection means we need to upload a new worldview matrix to the shader. Right. You're gonna flush whatever vertices are left in the vertex buffer. Then I'm gonna call this. Which basically means that we need to have already set up the projections beforehand. I'm just gonna assume that these are already set up, and then we're gonna add them in. Alright, and then I have an idea actually. Let's do that differently. So let's see, projections. If I do it this way, I don't need a branch. I can just do I can get the index of the projection type, and then we're just gonna get the projection. Like so. And then upload it to the shader. Like this. And this should be fine. except we are not initializing the projections yet. I guess I actually need to do a branch here, since if it's the perspective matrix, I need to multiply it by the view. Alright, I don't need to do this. I'm just gonna copy the matrices out. And the perspective matrix will be pre-multiplied this way. Right, I don't have a branch here. And I need to do this multiplication anyway. Okay, this is looking fine, except we still need to initialize the projections. Context. So when creating the context, so basically this will be pulled out of the game code. It's not part of the game anymore. And this will become the orthogonal matrix. So this is taking left, top, right, bottom, near, far. Okay. Pretty much the same. Okay. Compile. Bunch of problems here since we're not using these anymore. Alright, this is the wrong type. Value of this isn't a part of the game anymore. Type oh, you can just take those. This isn't necessary anymore. So let's go to OpenGL render, change this one, get rid of this. Right, so basically I just refactored the code. Everything should be still working just as it was yesterday, hopefully. No. Sadly, we are not seeing anything, which means I definitely did something wrong. So let's see. So we are definitely generating this command. Then let's see what happens in the OpenGL layer when we process that command. Alright, this should be the first command. Yes, it is. It's perspective. Oh, okay. The context thinks it's already set up a perspective matrix and it's not gonna call into this. Which means we need to, when we prepare the render, we need to set the initial matrix. Which means I need the view matrix. Or I'm not gonna do this here. Let's do that here. Alright, everything's working again. It's basically exactly how we left it yesterday. Alright. Now that we have an orthogonal projection down here, let's test whether we can actually render anything. So we're gonna just render a blue quad, green quad at 0, 0. Let's see, push quad. Oops. Is this the only version? Okay, so I need to define vertices. And our orthogonal projection also works, and just seeing if it actually clips with the world. Doesn't seem like it. Interesting. So it's always in front, no matter what, it seems. Oh no, there it clips with the world. So I should probably disable depth testing when rendering orthogonal stuff. But I'm thinking whether I want that to be done implicitly or whether I should introduce a new command to disable depth testing. I think I'm just gonna do it implicitly. Yeah, simpler that way. Which means I do need to branch here. Okay, let's try it out. Okay, so we actually did something wrong because the depth test is also disabled in the projection mode. It's probably because I didn't do it here. This should fix it. Yeah. Okay, so now we shouldn't be able to clip this green rect top left. No, doesn't seem like we can. Good. And everything else is still working. Great. I probably should factor this out into its separate function so I don't make more mistakes. Do I call them Ogle or OpenGL? OpenGL. So this basically becomes OpenGL set projections, and then context current projection. And down here it becomes yeah. And this is also looking good. Compile. So let's put that one in here. And which means I don't need to do this anymore. Okay, let's see. Alright, still everything fine. Okay, orthogonal projection works. Now that this is working, I can start working on font rendering or text rendering. For that, I'm just gonna port over the font rendering code from my other code base, since text rendering isn't really, well, initializing the font is kinda tedious. There's it. Let me tidy this up first. Although I think this time I don't need a fully featured font rendering code in this game, so probably not gonna support all of the options that are in here. Let me create a new file for that. So this file will be generating the font texture and nothing else. And that is the most tedious part, actually, getting the texture from an arbitrary font file on Windows with all the information that's needed, like advancement and kerning and everything. No idea what I need yet, and I'm probably missing the font generation here too, since it's probably in here. There it is. So we're gonna use the Windows device context, except this is using direct 3D, which we won't be using. Let's see. I need this function and this function. So this is the minimum amount of stuff we need to do, and then its display surface is exactly one monochrome pixel wide and one monochrome pixel high, so we need to be supplying the thing we're gonna render on, which is this. Can I can I somehow get all the pixels of a device? This is splitting. Where? Let's look this up. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. Oh, that is the destination, and that's the source. How do I get the contents of the Bitmap. Maybe this. That applications can write to directly. But I can write to it. Can I read from it? So what? Oh, it's an example. So that is what I want to know. It's creating a div section, splitting into it, and then what happens with this one? Yeah, it reads from that section. So I guess I can read from it if I do this one first. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna try it out and see if it's working. This is optional. No. What is this thing? How did he fill it out in the example? Map info. Color table entries. Alright, you're gonna fill out one of these, I guess. Info dot, what is it called? BMI header. Size of bytes required by the structure. Size of which structure? This guy or this guy? I guess it's bitmap info header. So the width and probably should take font size here. Let's just assume that I have it. If BI is positive, the bottom is a bottom up DIB and its origin is the lower left corner, please no. So it's gonna be negative. DI planes is 1. Bit count 32. Wait, this thing can do PNG, but Win32 can't load PNG files, so that's interesting. Number of color indices in the color table. We're not using. It's 0. What's this? the number of colonies that are required, 0. So I guess this is our info now. Usage. RGB colors. So this is the important bit. You're gonna read out the pixels out of from this pointer here. Section. It can be null, so it's null. And the oh, I didn't want get object. Right, the offset is also 0. I think I'm just gonna do something like I'm writing a lot of these to do logging. I think I'm gonna do this. Which basically doesn't do anything for now, and I can later make that do something. So let that take far out. Okay, I can get rid of this now. So if this thing here succeeds, we need to be deleting it at some point. We need to select it. And I guess that's it. We can now generate font data here. Is that really it? Delete object bitmap, and then I guess it's not releasing the disease, but okay. I think these are all the steps. So let's go back to our code base. So basically we just ported over this small one-liner. Or maybe not. What does this do? Okay, so I need all of this. And these are the arguments that I probably need. Alright, that mode is text. We're gonna create the font. I don't care about this. What are these zeros for? No, this one. Okay. Escapement we don't need, orientation we don't need. Okay. So weight, italics. Oh, the char set is probably wrong here since I want Unicode. Char set. Well, then it's let's use the default. Okay, this is looking fine. Yeah. I guess I had this comment to try out different quality options. Let's leave that in here for now. No, it's called select font. So we're getting the old font. I guess I need to select the old font again before deleting the current font. Do I then delete the old font? I need to look this up. I think these, if I don't do this correctly, I'm basically leaking memory, and it's very easy to leak memory when working with device contexts in Windows. Okay, this is the setup. We basically did this now. I could be looking, what am I doing here? Am I deleting the objects at the end? Delete object brush. I'm selecting the old font, but only deleting the new font. And I have a pen. Oh, to draw the default glyph. Okay. You're not that far. You're not there yet, so you're only here. You're gonna create a brush. You're getting the text metrics. This one is important. And I guess I need something to generate the information into. Something like a font info. I guess it's gonna return the font info. Right. This should be bool then, since there are a lot of places we can fail. We need memory, so we're gonna expect a stack allocator here. Okay, this is for something else. We probably want to draw a default glyph. It's a glyph that gets drawn if we didn't find the glyph in the font. Okay, I need this stuff. Get Unicode font ranges. Okay, I remember what I did here. Basically, I have an array of code point ranges that I'm requesting, and here I'm looking up whether they are present in the current font, and if they are, I'm basically saying how many of those code points are in there, and then filling it in. I think for now I'm gonna uh, ignore this. So we need a baseline here. Float baseline. Here we're drawing just the default glyph. I will do this just because I'm